All right, and we're live. There we are.
Hey!
Just finished the song as you said that, like, oh god.
We were cutting it close today. Alright. Well, thanks everyone for joining us again. Dreams of the Brave. Back and better than ever.
Well.
It's a shocking episode, so everyone knows they'll love it.
Yay!
Anyways, so I don't think I got a yes on anyone doing a recap.
I'll do it.
Do a recap? Okay.
Yeah. So the red and blue lights that were approaching a sort of camp out spot in this diner/restaurant turned out to be, as we discovered, a fire engine with a sort of dwarven construct fireman zombie cyborg. That's my understanding about it. Anyway, dwarf. Yes, thank you, Mel.
All of these things.
All of these things are true. Please don't don't take my neglecting of the word dwarf as a sign. But yeah, we fought the dwarf. We killed the dwarf and decapitated it, and then it got back up and continued to fight. There was some water jets, people getting knocked over and failing strength saves and getting blasted across restaurants or through windows. I don't know who that would have happened to. It's certainly not me. Meanwhile, Mac and Marius were exploring Mac's new love, the fire engine, having sussed out what it does, how to work it. So we got a new toy, is the way I understand it. Also, Mac and Riz decided to take some stones off the corpse of this dwarf zombie cyborg fireman. After, like, its head got put in the oven and its arm got put in a fridge, there was lots of very systematic pulling apart, but once Mac removed, like, this yellow stone, I think, from the center of it, it stopped trying to knit itself back together. And we were like, okay, cool, it's dead now. Riz got the blue stone out of its hand that seemed to be producing, sat with it for about 10 minutes, while Mac sat with the yellow one, and lo and behold, these gems are
Gertie
now
has the other
embodied
one,
in-
right? Sorry. Gertie has the other one. There are 3 stones.
Yeah. But Gertie is a sensible person and did not sit in a tune with it. That's why she's the mastermind in theory. But yeah, so we all got some new bling. We set off for Portal. The next morning, foggy day. But that was actually it. We were all enjoying our new positions on the fire engine, a bunch of us hanging off the outside, because that's how you do when one has a fire engine at your disposal. But yeah, we ended the session just arriving at Portal and getting parked up and commencing shopping.
All right. Yeah. So, as was said, yeah, you got a little fight in, got a little extra loot in right before making it to Portal. It's been very foggy today, and there's with a light rain for a little bit. It seems to have dropped off right now, but you can still. It's hard to see the sky because of how foggy it is, but you can tell that it's probably still very overcast. There's not a lot of sun making its way through, so you're not sure if you're done with the rain yet or not for today. You made it through the security of Portal. Seems they've kind of blocked off a few blocks around their settlement and have some walls and stuff at the intersections. They let you through, as you are some of the brave, and they know that you are out and about, and they want to help you as best they can. So you've made your way in. Mac pulled the fire truck up to a place where there's some parking. It seemed to be a garage. There was a gnome and help you as best they can. Goblin. So you've made your way in, working at said garage, and kind of people. Mac pulled the fire truck up to a place where there's some parking. It seemed to be a garage. So there was a gnome and help you as best they can. Goblin. So you've made your way in, working.
Got it.
And Mac pulled the fire truck up to a place where there's some parking. It seemed to be a garage. So there was a gnome and help you as best they can. Goblin. So you've made your way in, working.
Got it.
And so you're in this market, but you're not. And there's around on the walls and buildings and stuff around the settlement. There's probably all in all, somewhere around 100 guards, and just this 2 or 3 block sort of square that
Does
they
that
have set up.
seem like a heavy guard presence compared to Onyx, say, or does that seem out of place, or does that seem pretty standard?
It seems a little out of place.
Okay.
In terms of per capita, you guys, Onyx probably has a decent amount of strength at the gates and whatnot, but if someone were to attack, you could marshal a much larger force than this to defend Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a show of force that they can't afford to be caught off guard.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And okay, so we got a not it. I guess we can start with people think about it. Well, Mac's at the garage, so we'll start with Mac. Sorry.
Heyo.
Sorry, Mac.
I'm not sorry. I have a bike I need repaired. I'm excited to be here.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, you pull up the fire truck, and almost immediately the gnome and goblin kind of take notice of your driving up and begin to kind of walk up to meet you as you all exit this vehicle. And the gnome kind of steps forward and goes, "Well, this is in really great condition. Did you restore this yourself?"
Actually, it's just come into our possession. It was still in functional order when we got our hands on it. Can you believe it? Here, look at this part. I always theorize that models like this would, and I will start to talk to them about the truck and point stuff out about it.
Okay, yeah, she's into it. The goblin pretty much just walks over also and just takes part in it without really saying anything. And yeah, they've dropped what they're doing. They're just looking at this fire truck for right now. So that goes on pretty much as long as you keep it up.
Okay, I've easily got half an hour of fire truck enthusiasm in me before I will personally move the subject to the bike. I will, however, be flexible if any of my party members try to speed things up.
Are people sticking around for this, or are they going off and doing their thing?
After like, if other people aren't insisting after like 2 minutes, Marius is like, so do we have other business to attend to? Because this, I don't understand what this is.
I've got stuff to trade, and I wanna like see what I can get for it. And Gertie was talking about getting something that actually stabs something that doesn't like being stabbed by regular stabby things.
That seems much more exciting.
Let's go. Come on, somebody selling magic shit. No offense, Mac. We love you, but we're going now. Have fun with the truck.
Mac like pops halfway out from under the truck, somehow covered in grease, all smeared on her face. She's like, "Yeah, no, shopping. Yeah, I'll be here." I go back to the truck.
We'll see ya.
Do you need anything, Mac?
No, I'm good. From under the truck.
Good question. Would this place be a good place to get something that'll help me learn a thing or two about tinkering, or would I have to go someplace and get a book for that? I mean, I'm gonna get a book for it anyway, but, you know.
Well, you can look around for books. This place, this garage seems like they restore old vehicles.
That's more like a garage you drive stuff to rather than an actual, like, okay.
I mean, they repair, they restore, so these people would know about dwarf mechanics. They seem to have a specialty in that they, focus on vehicles, but that's so far, like, past the basics that if you're just trying to learn the basics, these could be people that could help you.
Okay.
You haven't looked around the rest of the city to see if there's anyone else that could, or not city, but market.
I'm gonna go see if I can find a place that has either anything that looks like a bunch of knickknacks, stuff like pieces that look like they've come out of machines that you should not open up and dismantle the way it has been dismantled, or a place with books, and I'll see if I can find a manual.
Okay, so you're looking for a book trader or like a mechanical part trader?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The mechanical part traders, I mean, you're going to find those pretty much anywhere you go to trade. That's, that's the equivalent of like the homeless guy going around and picking up cans to like get recycled. It's just a thing you can do that will make you some money. Like, there's mechanical parts everywhere.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's an abundance of parts to be had. So you can kind of look around at those things. So, and then we got people looking for magic stuff.
Well, also like somebody that can identify magic things.
Okay.
Like that kind of a establishment.
Alright.
So glad we're identifying things, after putting some of them in our bodies.
I knew what it did. It made water come out of it.
Alright.
Oh, one inbuilt Super Soaker 5000. What have you got?
I still don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
David?
Alright. And Shimmer, are you got any ideas of what you want to do?
Yeah, actually, Shimmer really wants to find some new musical instruments.
Okay. Yeah, you can look for that.
Awesome. Do I have to make a roll for that, or?
Well, I'm just kind of getting what people want to do, and
Okay.
I'll resolve it all.
Sounds good.
Okay, so, Mac, you're at the garage. You spend your 30 minutes or so kind of going over the inner workings of this fire truck. And they're both real into it. At some point along the way, you learn that the gnome's name is Dalava, and that the goblin's name, she's named Gek. And yeah, you kind of show it to them. They're just real impressed. And after about 30 minutes or so, as you're kind of winding it down, Dalava just kind of says, "Well, so what can we do for you?"
Oh, okay. So, friends, I have a smaller project for you today. I will go kick the release and knock my bike down. I'll say we ran afoul of some mechanized hostiles in our travels, and she got shot up a little bit. I put her back together best I could, but I couldn't bring her back to new. Maybe you guys could help me.
Yeah, we can take a look at that. And okay, they rolled all right. They spend probably about like 10 minutes just giving it a look over and asking you about what you did and stuff like that, the specifics of the repairs you made, so they don't, mess anything up.
Okay, yeah. As we talk, I'll take a knee next to them so that we're all kind of on the same eye level and just walk them through every bit of it.
All right, and Dalaba kind of just. That looks like you did a pretty good job on it. If I guess really the only thing is this, you got a few damaged parts here. You kind of had to do some quick fixes on. The only thing I would suggest is to replace the parts. But I don't think you're in any danger of it breaking down right now. I mean, long term, it's probably better to replace the parts.
Are you guys pirates traders? Do you have a lead on where I might be able to find the pieces? I can't machine them myself, unfortunately.
Oh, we can replace those parts for you. No problem.
Oh, hey, that'd be great. Do you know how much that kind of repair runs?
Well, it doesn't look like it's anything too crazy. We've got the parts on hand, so pretty much just paying for the parts, which are pretty cheap. It's pretty easy to find that kind of stuff. The thing itself is the labor of restoring the part and putting it in there. So I'd say about like 20 gold.
Oh, you just made my day. Between you and me, guys, I own 24 gold, and I was really worried this wasn't going to work out. I'll start counting out the gold.
All right. Yeah, they take the gold and go,
I will give them 21 gold and say thank you very much.
Oh, she gives you the 1 gold back? Nope. They told you what we charge. We don't need a tip. That incorporates us, making a profit on this and everything.
Wow, nice service. Thanks, guys. What do you call your shop? I'll tell everybody.
We don't really call it anything. It's just it's just me and Gek's garage.
All right.
Just kind of do all the mechanical work for people that come through here.
I'll definitely spread the word.
It's just the garage at Portal. It's not like there's a competitor or anything. So
Yeah.
maybe we should think about a name. I don't know. What do you think, Gek? And Gek just kind of goes, "Fuck it. Who cares?" Like,
I think like D&G Garage kind of has a ring to it. But that's just me.
I do like that. We could probably make a sign or something in an afternoon. And she kind of looks over at Gek, and Gek is like, "I'm not doing that. If you want to do it, it's fine." And they're like, "All right, so just kind of come back in an hour or two, and we'll have this guy ready for you."
All right, I will. Thanks, D&G.
All right. Well, now I have to make note that they're going to name their garage D&G Garage. So let me do that before I forget. Okay. So yeah, spend your 20 gold. You got a couple hours to kind of wander around the city. Is there somewhere you want to go after this? To accomplish anything, or?
I would like 2 very important objectives. One of them is to find a hot roasted street food on a stick somewhere, and the other of which is to find any of my party members and, help them. Help in
Okay.
air quotes.
Okay. Easily enough done. All right. So, who wants to resolve something next? We got people shopping for magic items, getting stuff identified, and
Yeah, I'll go. I'll take it.
okay. All right. So you want to get stuff identified, and you wanted to look at magic items.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's basically like figure I've got some potions, and some weird gems I want to get identified. And Gertie wants to buy a thing. But I've also got some shit to sell. So like trying to just get useful stuff and also interesting things. I figure somebody that identifies and trades in magic stuff might be the best sort of place to.
Okay. So you eventually find a shop that's kind of it's a larger tent. You see some little boobobs and dangles and stuff out front. Kind of looks a little bit like it's an item shop of some kind. Looks a little wizardy. But you'll have to go into the tent.
All right. Is Marius with me? Just so I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the 2 of you plus Gertie / whatever Gertie's doing, go in. All right. So you walk in, and immediately the tent is bigger than you expected it to be. There's shelves, a large desk in front of you, and cases with items displayed in it in glass and whatnot.
Nice.
And behind the counter is, you see an individual. They have this enormous sort of like a pastel pink and purple and blue hat on with a large feather. They're dressed very nice with some kind of like kind of the fluffy vest thing going on. Their sleeves kind of go out and open up a little bit at the end, with the same kind of fluff coming out of the ruffles coming out of the sleeves. It's a drow. Tall. What's your passive perception again?
Ow. I think mine is. Yeah, mine's 14.
Okay.
Marius is probably
14.
better. Oh.
That's 14.
I don't have
Yeah,
that as a
it's-
skill.
Yeah, I'm
It's not a
not
good-
proficient in it.
I don't think we got a good passive perception crew here.
Oh, let me check. Oh, no. Tom fucking telling me that Gertie's sheet I'd be able to look at. He lied.
Oh, I can check Gertie's.
Yeah.
Gertie's.
I know she's proficient. I think she's proficient in perception. So she might have a better passive.
Sure hope so.
Why not?
Let's just call it a 20.
It's a 16.
I knew it was,
So it's
I knew it
20.
was good. I knew it was good.
Mhm. Okay. So nothing. You just see it's just a drow.
I'm so sad.
Mhm.
Yeah. Say, nice coat. Looks like outside of like the Easter colors, could have just like walked out of like Beauty and the Beast or something like that in terms of the fashion sense.
Oh, okay.
And kind of his face lights up as he sees you all walk in, and just says, "Cataract is happy
Yeah.
to see you today."
I felt this coming. I hate that I felt this coming.
I just
this
got
guy.
back to hear that. That's amazing.
This guy.
Wow.
This is our friend from another life.
Friend.
friend.
What could he help you with?
I've got some.
Is it just me, or is this bigger on the inside? That's neat.
Cataract appreciates your powers of observation.
That is a peculiar way of speaking I've not encountered before. I've got some potions that I'd like identified. If you do that kind of thing.
Cataract is able to do this service.
Just to confirm, are you Cataract, or is that somebody else here that you're speaking on behalf of? Just to clarify.
Cataract is Cataract.
Alright then, I'm gonna stop, and I'm just gonna start pulling these potions out of my bag. Like, I fucking grew up in a monastery, I've met weird people before.
I'm so excited. I'm dying.
I love it when Mel and Sarah and Nairi know shit about Candlebreaker's Law. I feel like I'm missing 50% of the fun at all. It's
You're
all the best.
doing
This is all the
so
fun. There's
great.
no more fun. This is
Oh,
the fun.
okay.
You're doing perfect.
We've just
Okay.
had hours of this.
Oh, okay.
It's still not enough. There's not enough cataract in the world.
Okay. So yeah, I've got the 5 potions. How much do you charge for the identification service?
Will Cataract be providing any other services today? He could roll it
Well-
all into one kind of package.
Well, my friend there, and I point to Gary, I was interested in maybe getting a particularly sharp, pointy thing in more than a usual sense of being sharp and pointy. I've got a thing that I might be looking to sell, because I don't know what it does. And I don't know, do you buy just like stuff that might not be magic but is really kind of pretty?
Cataract usually trades in magical goods, but
They might be magical, mate. I couldn't tell you for sure either way, and I'd hate to get you to identify something and it not be magical. That seems like it'd be a waste of your clearly high mana skill.
Cataract could determine if it's magical beforehand.
All right. Okay, and I literally I have a bag of. And there are 5 potions. I pull out one of the tiny gold and platinum figures I've got, and one of the elliptical red gems.
Okay. All right. So he's doing that. He's identifying these things for you. Maybe purchasing magical items. So what kind of? He'll kind of do a bit of a spell and look over the stuff and just kind of start picking out the magical things. So far, I think everything you've put forward is magical.
Ew. I knew the elliptical red gems were. I genuinely wasn't sure about the little figures made of gold and platinum, because unlike everything that got found in one of the other rooms that I think somebody did detect magical on, these were not. These were the stuff I got from the deposit boxes.
Okay. So yeah, he'll kind of get that stuff. Do you put any of the other figurines?
Do they look? Did they look different from each other?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I'll pull out the full set.
Okay. Yeah, they're all magical.
Wait.
And.
I don't suppose you've got any interest in old dwarven money, do you?
Cataract does not.
I figured, but.
He's sure there are people here that are.
Do you know the name of anybody that might be interested in that? Because we'll go see them later.
Cataract does not socialize with the people here very much, but I'm sure if you walk around. I'm sorry, he's sure if you walk around.
Duly noted, thank you.
So it's a lot of things for him to identify. He'll just kind of. Cataract wonders if you could come back in 2 hours, and he could have these all identified for you. Just cost of shall we say, 10 gold?
Alright, what kind of guarantee have I got that you will not be taking any more stuff? No offense meant, but like, this is my first time out of the... Well, it's not my first time here in Portal, but I was told by my mother, whose opinion I greatly respect, to not just trust people willy-nilly with your shit. Can I have some kind of a guarantee from you? Like a list? Can I get like a receipt that you'll sign of all the things that I've given you to identify? Grin, all of the teeth, like so many teeth, like an upsettingly large amount of teeth in a very wide mouth.
Cataract could provide something like this. And
You
he,
are a gentleman and a scholar.
with a kind of flourish, produces like a white piece of paper. Kind of, other hand, a quill appears and just kind of writes something on it. And you see a brief flash of magic as he kind of hands them over to you. Says, Cataract would ask that you just sign.
Cataract is an expert on contracts.
I will read what he's written down.
It's pretty much just a receipt.
It is
He's
just a
itemized the
receipt.
things with a promise that he will return them to you, having only identified.
Okay, then yeah, I'll sign it, and I'll sign it in Goblin because Riz can't write in Common, so it's like this really cool little fractal, like little spiraling out thing.
Okay.
Is that-
All right, and I guess he kind of looks it over and just says, "If you would hold the other side, please."
Okay, left hand,
And
not the one with the gem in it.
brief flash, you feel a bit of a tingle in your fingers, and he lets it go. And says, "The receipt is all yours. 1 or 2 hours. Cataract will have the
Thank
work
you.
done."
2 hours, 10 gold, right? Yeah, and I will pay the man.
All right.
I'll do it in. No, I can't do it in silver. Okay, yeah. Do you accept gems or do you prefer gold?
Cataract could accept gems.
Alright then I will.
Fucking drought.
I will hand over one of the gems I have that's worth 10 gold.
Okay.
'Cause I don't exactly have a lot in the way of money, but I have quite a few gems. So.
All right. So yeah. Got a couple hours. Come back. Do stuff. He's gonna be working on it. Shimmer.
Yes.
You were looking for what again? I'm on a different page.
For musical instruments.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So you do find someone who's they've got a few musical instruments in the out on display.
Oh, good. Excuse me, sir. Madam, who is about?
And you see kind of from behind a little like table that's got like a tablecloth. It looks like it's just like a stand-up table, like it could be folded up and moved pretty easily, but it's got a tablecloth over it so you can't see under. Kind of up from behind it, sit up a kind of younger human woman. Kind of you can't really tell height. She's sitting and a little stocky and kind of curly blonde hair, and just kind of goes, "Oh, hey."
Oh, fabulous. I thought that possibly I was alone. Yes. So, are you the proprietor of this establishment?
Yeah, I'm running the booth today.
Okay. Well, I am hoping genuinely if you might have something of interest to me. Is this all of your instruments?
Yeah.
Oh, all right then. I'm looking for a sitar.
Okay. Let's see as you look around. High or low?
We'll go low.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see a sitar.
Hey! In decent shape, I assume?
Yeah. Looks to be in very good shape.
Now, how much would you ask for this beautiful thing here?
Oh, he's restored it. It's a little bit, kind of, 5 gold.
5 gold?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to sort of appraise it, look at it, and make sure that there aren't any cracks in it.
Give me an investigate.
Okay. $13.
Okay, you don't see anything wrong with it. Looks to be in good working order. You kind of, mess with it a little bit. It seems to be, well tuned.
All right then. What if I was to give you 4 gold pieces and I trade you this perfectly good loot?
She'll investigate the loot, see if it's perfectly good. Is it perfectly good?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's brand new.
Okay.
Shimmer hates using the loot.
She kind of looks it over and goes, "Seems good enough for me."
Fantastic. Do you only sell instruments here? Are there more things about?
I mean, we got some music sheets.
That might actually be helpful for me. How many sheets of music do you have? Are they blank?
Oh. I mean, yeah, we have some blank ones. I meant for specific songs and stuff, if you want to learn them. But yeah, we got blank music sheets too.
Fantastic. I'll take a dozen of the blank ones, and I'd like to take a look through what you have.
Sure. Yeah. And she just kind of queues up a dozen of the blank ones and keeps them kind of next to the lute and the what was it again?
The sitar.
The sitar. Okay. I just keep wanting to say scimitar.
Right.
But
Right.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's the same part of the world, so.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're looking through the music. It's nothing too, it's just some songs. There's some of them you're not very much from this region, so they're probably mostly new to you.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that stands out to me as a love song?
It's probably mostly love songs, as that's what a lot of music is. But
I'll take the lot.
Okay. It's probably going to be you could probably buy 10 songs, love songs, easy from just what you've looked at.
Super. Yeah, I'll do that. How much would that run me?
So between the sheets and the love songs, she just kind of goes, between 2 gold.
And that's for the blank sheets as well.
Yeah, it's just paper.
Fantastic. Yes, I'll take all of that. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead and push my, 6 gold pieces across?
All right. And then she goes, now, I don't know about you. A lot of people that come through here ask if we have any any magical stuff. We do have a few, magical songs.
Do
You
you?
want to look at those?
I would be most interested.
All right. And, pulls out a few. It's not many. And as you look at it, they're basically bardic spell scrolls.
Okay.
And playing them basically lets you cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing too crazy.
Nothing just obscenely powerful.
Yeah, looks like the girl running any 9th level spells or anything like that. But,
I'll take 10 scrolls of power word kill. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, so there's one of, kind of reading them over, I'll say you can kind of suss out what they do.
Okay.
There's one of enthrall, there's one of heroism,
Okay.
there's one of suggestion, and one of lesser restoration.
Okay. Now, what would it cost me to take these home?
All of them? Need a different book for that. Okay. So let's see. She goes, yeah, if you bought the lot, I'd give them to you for 700 gold.
Oh, that's a bit outside of my price range, unfortunately. What about just the one for suggestion?
Normally around about 250 gold.
Is there anything else I could interest you in? I'm new to the area and I don't have a lot of money to walk around with. I'm just really hoping that maybe there's something that I could, I don't know, do for you that you might need.
They're not really mine. I'm just running the booth. So I'd have to take something of equal trade is the best, kind of negotiating I have.
All right, let me take a look. I'm going to go and dig through my bag. So, I'm looking in my pack, David, and I see two things that I am not entirely certain what to do with.
Sorry.
I have a dwarven rifle, and I have a set of magical dwarven full plate.
Okay.
Now, I don't know much about armor, but what I do know is that full sets of armor like this, they tend to go for a lot. So, if I traded you this, perhaps?
She's kind of looking at it. She goes, is this dwarvish?
It is.
You don't have a lot of call for dwarvish stuff. But it looks kind of magical. And just full plate itself is pretty expensive, so... I mean, yeah, if you want to do a trade, I'd give you all the scrolls for the armor.
That would be fantastic. That would help me so much.
All right.
Then, absolutely, I will trade you one set of magical dwarven full plate armor.
Okay.
Those are words that have never come back to haunt me ever.
So yeah, you got a scroll of enthrall, a scroll of lesser restoration, a scroll of suggestion, and a scroll of... What was the other one? Heroism, I believe, right? Alright.
Enthrall, suggestion, lesser restoration and heroism.
Yes.
Fantastic. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, is there any place while I'm in town that you would recommend that I check out before I leave?
I mean, there's some good supplies around. It just kind of depends on who's set up today. There's this. If you're looking for magical items, there's a guy he's not always here. Drow fellow. He's in town. He's got a pretty big tent. There's the garage if you're looking for any kind of vehicle.
Is there a governing body around here, or are all of you just sort of working on your own?
I mean, you've got the governor. You could, if you want to talk to her, you can.
Well, you've been most helpful today, and I appreciate that. If you would, and I'll go ahead and set another gold coin down on the stand. If you see any of my friends wandering about, you'll know the ones. They're the ones that don't stick in quite well. Could you tell them that I come by here?
Sure. I mean,
I'm
kind of attract oddballs around here, just so you know. So,
believe me, you'll know the ones. I'm heading into the city, and hopefully I'll pick up a little bit more information from within.
What do you mean into the city?
I'm going further in. I want to find the governor.
Oh, she's around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just have you never been to Portal before?
I haven't. This is my first time.
Oh, this is it. This is where you can go. Everything else is in the tower.
This is it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is it. This is wow. Slumming it.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe don't say that around the governor. She may not let you inside the tower. But this is where, outsiders can stay, where we can watch you.
You watch us?
Did you not see? There's like 100 guards, man. How did you... You look, and yeah, like just all the buildings around. Like weapons walking around, looking inside, keeping an eye on what's going on.
Goodness. I don't know where my head's gotten today.
Hey, maybe find it before you talk to the governor. She's a lot smarter than I am.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right. And you know what? Keep, how about I just give you all this for the armor? Because I feel like you're getting a really bad deal just the scrolls for that armor. So keep your money for the instrument and stuff.
Are you sure?
I am positive. I am positive I'm getting the better end of this deal. I don't know what the hell this armor does, but I'm pretty sure even if it's not magical, I'm getting the better end of it.
And what's your name again?
Oh, I'm Tilly.
It's very nice to meet you, Tilly. I'll extend a hand.
All right. Yeah. Shake your hand.
Do take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks.
She's going to turn around and start walking away, and under her breath be like, "A change is coming."
Okay. Okay, so we got people waiting. We got people waiting. Nay, what's Lay up to?
Okay. So, Elias wants to definitely find a place that she might be able to get some information on some mechanical parts. See if she can catch any dwarven parts around and if anyone's selling or stocking those. If so, she's going to try and approach someone regarding those.
So yeah, you find a guy. He's older. He looks like he probably hasn't bathed in a while. Kind of ratty clothes, long, stringy, very greasy, gray hair. Missing an eye. Big bushy beard, and he's just sitting out on like a big blanket, and he's just got all these parts out on this blanket.
Oh wow. Are they all like parts of dwarven tech or just parts?
Yeah.
Dwarven tech. Are there any of the crystals that I pulled out, the construct crystals?
Give me a high or a low.
High.
Nope.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna walk up.
All right. He's kind of, just looking at you.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good enough.
Good. Yeah. This is impressive. The selection of parts you've got going on here.
No, it's not. Don't butter me up.
See, I'm looking for something. I'm looking to learn a bit more about these sort of things because we came across some of these parts while we were out, me and my friends, and do dwarven constructs usually come with these crystals?
Like working constructs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you the
I
one
just
that
take apart the broken stuff.
Oh.
Sell the junk I find.
Okay. Well, do you know anything about them, the things that you take apart, or do you just dismantle whatever you can and you just bring them all here?
I know what tools take them apart. And kind of, has some, wrenches, screwdrivers.
Do you know where one would be able to... Do you sell tools like that? Or would I have to go look somewhere else to be able to find tools that can dismantle dwarven tech?
I'd look somewhere else. I just got this junk.
Alright. Well, have you ever seen anything like this? And I pull out one of the small construct crystals. How big would the small ones be? Like this big?
They're pretty small. I mean, they're, some of them are like marbles. So,
okay.
Small.
And the big ones, how much would the large construct crystals, how big would they be?
Like the big one you had is probably like the size of like a small, like grapefruit or something like that.
Oh, okay, so I completely took the size wrong. So this would be the big ones, this would be the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I pull out one of the small ones and I sort of show it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the old broken stuff's got these things in them.
Do you know what they do?
I know people are willing to pay more for them. Some kind of power source.
Interesting. Well, in that case, I look at sort of like the stuff he's got going on. Does he have like really small parts of constructs, like stuff that probably can be put together for a small size creation.
If you bought, basically, you can buy materials here for tinkering.
Yeah, that's
they're
what it
just-
likes to do.
Yeah, it's just basic tinkering supplies. You can make stuff out of it. Yeah, so if you want to buy enough for like a small clockwork toy or something like that, yeah.
I'd like to. Well, how much would it be for just one small clockwork toy?
To put together and stuff, you'd have to, grab several of the things he's got out here. Like, there's, you need a lot of springs and stuff like that. Again, you're not really sure how it works, so you don't know. So you probably would need to over purchase to make sure you get the same, get enough stuff for it, and pick up a small bag full of pieces and things, and you just kind of, give you that stuff for 2 gold.
Okay. Alright, how about we say I'll pick up twice as much? Does that sound good? Can I get that much?
For 4 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, go at it. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I'll do it. I hand over 4 gold, and I open up my bag of holding, and I just sort of take the bag of stuff, put them in there. Thank you very much for the stuff.
You see him, he started kind of like folding up the blanket and like gathering everything towards the middle so it doesn't clank around too much. He's like, yeah, it's no problem, thanks.
Yeah. Would you know where I could go to maybe, I don't know, maybe like to sell stuff, like a pawn shop or something?
I don't know. There's Xanthos. He's always pretty nice. And, if you want, sometimes the city likes to buy some of my stuff. So you could talk to, like, Callisto.
Xanthos or Callisto?
And sometimes, if you go down to Erdan, sometimes some of the guys hanging out at the spell exchange buy stuff.
Okay.
And
Erdan?
Yeah. And he's now tying the blanket to like a stick. And he's got it over his shoulder.
I just gave him okay.
Anything else I can help you out with, miss?
It's not miss, but no,
Oh.
I'm good. Thank you for helping me out. Have a good day.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
And just kind of walks off. You watch him for a second, and he's pretty much just beelined it to one of the vendors that's selling some food. And he's just getting it over there, getting some food.
Oh, good. Good man. I'm gonna then move on. Because I have I guess a couple more stops to make. One would be, I guess I'm gonna see which one seems more appealing. I'm gonna go to either Xanthos or Callisto, I guess, because I want to sell some of the valuable stuff that I found in the apartment building. And I want to kind of like look around and see what would be a better place to sell something shiny and valuable.
I'd say that as you kind of look over and see this older fellow go to buy some food, you see that Mac is over the food stand as well, and kind of turns around, and the two of you see each other.
Oh, hi! I'm
Hey,
gonna
Mac.
trot on over. Hey, Lay!
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Getting the bike all fixed up. It wiped out my cash, but that's all right. Had enough for this kebab. Have you tried the kebabs? Wow,
I have not. No.
they are good. You want to get a kebab while you tell me what you've been up to?
Sure.
All
I'll try it
right.
out. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll.
don't get those. Get the spicy red kind.
Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask for some of the spicy red kind, and I'll pay as much as it takes.
Okay, it's just like a silver.
Okay. I don't have a silver. I'm just gonna give a gold
Yep, they give
and
you
be
change.
like, oh, okay. So that's
Now
9
you have
silver.
9 silver. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And I'll eat some of the street meat and walk with Mac.
How's Lay's spicy tolerance? Because this is on the spicy side.
Constitution of 2, wisdom of 4. Good.
Constitution of 2's significantly above average. You're probably all right. It's a little spicy for you still,
Hmm.
but yeah, you're probably all right.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. This is good. This is very
Right.
good.
Right. I knew you had good taste. I knew it.
And
Oh.
so one thing I will say you notice with the kebabs is like there's a good selection of the veggies and whatnot on the kebab as well. There's onions, peppers, that stuff. The meat isn't just what you would normally find around here. Which I'll say, like meat wise, you guys normally eat smaller animals like pigeons, squirrels, stuff like that. There's not as much large game, but this isn't that. This is like red meat. This is so they seem to have a good supply of food here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. Man, I've been some places where it's kind of whatever you can catch and skewer that day.
Yeah. If not, then it's just the shrooms.
Oh, I like mushrooms as much as the next person, but there's limits, okay?
Yeah. I don't like them very much. I've had to have them a lot. Or at least, the equivalent. Or whatever I can find, really, if I'm not gonna find meats.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You might have eaten a lot of mushrooms.
Aside from the mushroom talk, I just got myself a bunch of dwarven technology. Even though it's kind of stupid because we're going to be coming across them a lot, but still, I wanted to get some smaller sized things because I want to be taking part in it. So I want to try and make stuff. I'm trying to find a place that would sell uh, any sort of books or manuals that can teach me how to do that, though. Do
As
you know of any place like that here?
the more you talk, the more Mac becomes like visibly excited at one point, her mouth kind of falling open slightly. And when you finish, she'll swallow really hard and say, okay, first, this is awesome. Second, check this out. I will pull out my book on dwarven engineering and like put it in your hands and go, third, I'm not sure, but we should ask at G&D's. I bet they'll have a lead for us. I can't wait. I am so excited. Have you told Riz you're learning about tech?
No.
Oh, Riz knows too. You and me and Riz. Ah, guys, we could trick out the truck. I'll if you will allow me to, Lay, I'll start walking with you toward the garage as we talk.
Sure. Could we stop by a pawn shop along the way?
Wow,
Or
sure. Do you
there's
know where one is?
well, that lovely man there said that there was Xanthos or Callisto, and I'm trying to find one of them and see what I can find because I need to sell some stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's. We could take care of errands and see what we can find in terms of books on our way to the garage if we don't find anything else.
All right, sure.
Okay, so yeah, you guys look around for a little while to try and find a Xanthos or a Callisto. talking to people, it's pretty easy to find out who they are. Callisto is in fact the governor of Portal.
Oh. Oh.
So like she was the one that the man kind of pointed you to. Sometimes the city buys things, so maybe talk to
Mhm.
Callisto. And Xanthos is a wizard who runs the spell exchange. Or no, I'm sorry, not Xanthos. That's Erdan. Xanthos is just a merchant who kind of is in charge of trade for the city. So he's got a larger tent, and you kind of get pointed towards that. It's kind of up to you which one you want to go towards. Yeah, Erdan is the wizard in charge of the the spell exchange. Sorry about that confusion.
Okay. I'll start by going to Xanthos, I guess.
Okay. So we'll come back to you guys at Xanthos. And so yeah, Marius and
Yep.
can't remember names today. Riz. Yeah. It's it's been about an hour. You go check in on your stuff, and Kethract seems to kind of be waiting for you with it all laid out.
Awesome.
And now, did you give him all of the stones to identify, or just one of the stones? I can't recall.
I gave him one of the 3 elliptical red gems I've got because I was told they looked the same.
Okay. Do you give him
But
a
they were the
different
same
one than the one you got off of the fireman?
Yeah, no,
Since you already know what
I
that
don't have
does.
that. I think Gertie had that one, which was red.
Okay.
My elliptical ones are ones I got out of safety deposit boxes and from I think our first fight. I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I have them all as the same category because they're all the same shape. So
That's how you should
Okay.
all
approach
in
it
the
in
same
life.
shape.
This is all the same thing.
Yeah.
Only one of them is cursed.
Only, but which one? Find the cursed gem.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I've got 5 cups here. Increasing. We're just increasing the risk. Let's go. Yeah, decreasing technically, but you know what? I don't give a shit. Yeah. Who likes math?
Stuff.
Statistics.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the figurines
Yes.
are statues of memory. Each one of them
Ah.
contains a memory, and by holding it and concentrating on it, you can relive that memory.
Okay.
That is either going to be very fun or extremely unpleasant.
Okay.
You don't need that. Don't need that. So you have potion of stone giant strength.
Which one's that? The grey one?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. Potions. Grey. Stone giant strength. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have a potion of superior healing.
Is that the red one?
That is the light blue.
Light blue
We all know that is mana.
is superior. Is superior.
Yes.
Okay. That's the 3rd tier one, right? Or is that the 2nd tier one?
Greater is the 2nd, superior is the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'll be 8d. Wow, that's Dutch. 8d4.
The red is a potion of mind reading.
Okay.
Turquoise is a potion of water breathing.
Okay.
And the light brown is a potion of animal friendship.
Animal friendship. Okay.
And like a dummy, I didn't write the gems on the same page. So now I have to figure out what the fuck I did with those.
Maybe the brown potion will finally solve our frog problem.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, who's got the frog?
Lay.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Me. Yeah.
I'm still curious.
The frog in the box is in Lay's bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no air in there, so I hope that's okay.
But
Oh, no,
there's
it's
air
fine.
in the
We
box.
tested it.
We checked
Yeah.
this.
Okay. All right, yeah.
The box
Good.
has its own atmosphere.
I was scared for a little.
We checked everything there was possibly to check about this box the first time.
Well, you would think, but we're dealing with David here.
Stuff on that.
So this is fine.
Okay, so what I can tell you for sure is that this is not a dwarf stone of fire resistance. It is a dwarf stone.
Okay.
God damn, where did I put these?
But it's not fire resistance, which is probably what the one that Gertie's got is. Given that we intuited that one, not that we know in character for sure, but it was resistant to fire damage. So
see, I have all the stuff you got from the lock boxes in one list, and then I put all the dwarf stones in another list together.
How foolish of you, David, to have things organized in a logical way rather than the exact list that I have in my treasure list. And like, I want to identify that thing and that thing.
I found them the other day. That's what's annoying. I knew we'd be doing this, so I found them last night, and now I don't remember. Okay. Welp. We're gonna do. Yep, I'm just gonna have to roll them out again because we're not doing this. So.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
It's not too bad.
Magic dwarf stones. They do things.
Yes.
And apparently the ones I've got may be different from each other if they aren't the same as the fire resistance one that Gertie has. So
All right. Okay, the one that is identified is a dwarf stone of extra attack. If you attune to this, it gives you the extra attack feature as a fighter, allowing you to take 2 attacks in 1 attack action.
Okay.
You know how I said I really hated dwarf stones? Damn it.
When Catharak explains what the red one is, what exactly is a dwarf stone?
That is a somewhat complicated question. I guess.
Does that mean you can't answer it?
Catharak can answer it. The short answer is no one exactly knows.
Right.
That seems like a cop-out.
Well, how do you use them then?
Catharak sees you already have one.
Well, yeah. Is that all right? Like, it seems like a handy thing to have. And shoot water.
So, a dwarf stone was a way of passing on knowledge and abilities that the dwarves developed. There's something of an extra enchantment to them. It's theorized this is so that they can interface with dwarven armor without needing to be attuned to the stone itself.
All right. Shit, I don't wear armor. Okay.
But they can be attuned to without the armor. And as you see, they do sort of bond with the person.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I like it though.
So yes, that's then they are simply can be used. The problem with it being that if you would ever wish to unattune from the item, you would have to get it surgically removed.
Huh. Surgically.
It's on your hand, buddy. That sucks.
All right. So, don't go just sticking them anywhere then. Good advice.
Cataract would warn you that they do sort of go wherever they're.
So you can't
They
pick
go.
where they go. Because I was just like holding mine, and then it was in my hand. So, Max got that one that does that.
Yeah, Mac didn't do that too. Yeah,
no,
that didn't happen.
I've got a couple more of these, and I pull out the other two.
Okay.
What do these ones do? I thought they were the same thing, but they now I'm starting to wonder.
Okay.
Also, on Gertie's behalf, can we identify the longsword and the things with the
Oh yes.
the
Yeah,
token that
absolutely.
moves between them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I've got like more gems that I can pay for this with. So, if for the sake of brevity, I don't know how much you enjoy speaking in the third person. I imagine
he
it's
loves
really
it.
good fun. So,
Please make him do it more.
So,
If he hated it, he wouldn't be doing it so much.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stick cataract in every campaign.
With that big smile too.
Mhm. So the second dwarf stone you give him is a dwarf stone of sleight of hand. Gives you proficiency in the sleight of hand skill.
Okay.
And the third one gives you proficiency in intelligence saving throws.
All right. Is Gertie's one fire resistance?
So there was
From
a
the
fire
fireman.
resistance one. I'll say someone picked that up. I don't think anyone explicitly did because Gertie picked a different one up. That was the one that was in the hand of the
fireman.
fireman
yeah,
that was
the one
using
that
the
made-
axe.
It did something to the damage, right?
And
Yeah.
so that one, when attuned, lets you can make an unarmed attack and do this damage, or you can channel the damage through weapons, and it does 2d6 force damage. That is technically disintegration.
Or through weapon
Oh, dear.
2d6 force / disintegrate. Gotcha.
Mm.
Right, yeah,
And then the other one is just fire resistance.
Okay, I'll just stick that here. All right. Okay. What about the longsword? Fuck, this is on Tom's sheet, not on mine.
So it's
Is it-
a longsword, an amulet, a chest, armor, and a rod.
Longsword, amulet, chest, rod.
Mm.
Okay.
And so that gets identified, and just through detect magic and whatnot, he's able to kind
Yeah.
of suss out that they're a set
Yeah.
and figure out what they do. We'll say instead of taking the full hour to identify each
Okay.
of them,
Mhm.
he just kind of. Cataract is quite intrigued by this. These
Alright,
items
Cataract.
seem to
Okay.
be a set, and they channel elemental energy into them. It seems it's stored in the amulet
Right.
and can then be channeled through an item that is sort of the amulet attaches to.
All right. What kind of elemental energy?
Kind of dealer's choice, whichever one you happen to
Oh.
figure out.
Hmm.
Cataract would warn you, in order to do this, you must kill an elemental.
Oh no, we covered that part.
All right. Well, after you kill the elemental, you'll have stored its energy in the amulet, and
Right.
then you can.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, the sword, it does extra damage when attuned to the sword. And then the rod and chest, it sort of makes a bit of a trap of them and allows you to form the elemental inside the armor.
Right.
And then
Gotcha.
the armor does it as well. If you just want to have an elemental following you around doing what you want, you put it in the armor.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Probably should talk to the others about some of these stones. I don't know, Marius, do you want one of these?
Not particularly. I mean, if you have to cut them out to get rid of them,
I don't know. Seem pretty useful. I don't know why you want to get rid of them.
I no, I'm good actually.
Alright. Fine. Do you think anybody else would want one of these, or shall I sell them to this fine drow here?
Cataract was it? I'm sure you'll be here for
Cataract?
a little, right?
Yeah, are you here like the rest of the day at least, so we can go talk to our party members?
Cataract will be available.
Alright, well, I'll pull out one
It's
of
a
the other
little
10.
ominous.
I'll pull out one of the other 10 gold worth gems. That's for the other stones and for the set. And might come back because I don't know if we'll be using this stuff, but you seem excited by it. So, which is nice.
Cataract likes to please.
That's the great attitude, I'm sure. Oh yeah. Okay, Marius, should we go find the others and then yeah, when we come back, okay, have you got if you got anything that's good for people that like to fight shit with their hands as well as the extra stabby thing? Yeah.
Very eloquent.
Well, you want something that'll stab through things that you can't normally stab through, like an extra stabby thing.
Magic sword.
Real quick, do we need to wrap up?
Yeah.
Mike? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, Cataract will
Get back to us.
yeah, we'll kind of say you can get some shopping in. It'll be a bit of a thing, so we'll come back to it next time.
Okay.
Sorry, cut stream short a little bit, everyone. We got a bit of a thing going on, so.
Please.
You do a family emergency.
Apologies.
Yeah, 2 weeks' time back to Dreams of the Rave to see the thrilling conclusion of this shopping trip. Friday, season 2 of Second Breakfast Club starts this Friday, and on Monday we'll be back to Clouds Overshine. Let's see if people survive, and by people I mean my dad, because
it's just 1 week after another of me almost dying.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, chat. It's been great to see you chatting in there. Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.